Hey folks, ACTCG here, and in today's video we are going to be doing a what to buy before OP06 video. So this is somewhat like a market watch in a way, but with the main idea that we're going to look through the deck lists of the main decks for OP06 and the cards that are used in them from all the sets. So it is always best to pre-plan before a set if possible, and the nice thing with the Bandai card games is usually we have the spoilers coming out before the sets, so we know what to expect, especially when we have these amazing tools like this. This is the One Piece Top Decks website, and on it we can see the meta from Japan, and also has an abundance of adverts, but we can click on deck lists when it loads. There we go. And we can start to see some of the meta decks for the specific sets. So we did do one of these videos for OP04, I think. I don't think I did one for OP05, but it's OP06 that we're going to be looking at today. So before we get into the actual OP06 decks, you can see here a list of the new leaders that have been added and are going into. And the one thing that I'm more interested in is taking a look at this little pie chart here, and you can see which of the decks have the most tops or the most uploads for them. So we've got Katakuri for yellow, which came out on OP03, I'm sure you know it. Sakazuki from OP05 has 62, which is amazing. Well, not so amazing. I would like to see more tops from the new leaders. Enel here with the 24, so we'll take a look at that one. Yamato from OP06, which is the double attack one. Gecko Moria from OP06, which that's going to be a big one, and Reiju. So, and also we'll probably take a look at Perona as well. So, yeah, let's take a little look and see what we're going into. Before, again, I actually get into OP06, there is one other deck that comes out at the end of OP05 or in February in the West, and that is Utah. So Uta. So let's take a little look at the Uta deck list. Here's just a topping generic list for OP06. We're more interested in what to buy before the starter deck comes out. So this is again more towards February. So these are the cards that I would buy. We can see the card list here of what's actually going to be in the starter deck. So you can see it's so many film cards. These are the ones that I would pick up. So there's Izo here, 4 of. I would pick 4 Izo up anyway. I think it's a generic, fantastic 2K, and I don't think it's going to skyrocket. But if you remember back to like Otama, that being like £2 each, that was annoying when it's just like a common or an uncommon that you're trying to actually get. So yeah, make sure you pick up 4 Izo. This having like event pack and stuff like that reprints is super nice because a lot of people will be upgrading to those, so there should be more spare EZOs in your communities if you have access to them. This list is utilizing the Useless Captain Kidd from OP01. I don't know why it says common. I believe this is an SR. I think it's one of those cards that's always just good to pick up for green. Really, like it's a card that is very meta dependent. And this is only running 2, but if you can pick them up, I would slowly pick these up. But I wouldn't do it with like any major rush. Honestly, I don't think this is going to be game breaking. Really, Usopp, Brook, Luffy, Chopper Chopper, Law are all in the actual starter deck, so you can see those here. You get those when you buy them, so yeah, shouldn't be a problem there. Nami is one of the main ones that I definitely would be picking up now. If we go to Card Market, we can search Nami. Let's have a peek. I believe these are at a going rate, there we go, of around 8 to 12. When you're trying to pick these up, I would use the trade groups, again, use your locals, try and find a playset of these before this deck comes out. These are all Japanese Here we go. So yeah, we're seeing €10, €8. Pick these up now because it's just a really good film searcher. Yeah, I'll definitely pick these up if you want to play Uta. And then the other one that actually isn't in this list, let's see if we can find. Deck color green. It's probably going to show me an abundance of Perona. Oh, there we go. Is the 10 cost Doflamingo. I think this is a super strong staple for green into the future. Again, another meta pick like green has a lot of, but it's just a really powerful 10 drop, especially going into formats where like just being able to rest the things is super strong. So I would pick these up now. I don't actually know what the going rate on these is at the moment. I have loaded up on these to make sure that I have them. And I bought them at £1 or £2 each, but I do think they're on the going up. I think they're around 5 now. I'm gonna get it. No, it's right there. Delightful. I love it when it's like right at the front page of Card Market. So yeah, you can see here, like I'm just looking at UK ones on Card Market, and you can pick them up for around 4 to 5. There's a playset for around €5 each there. I would buy these now if you're playing Utah, or to be honest, just in general. I think this is a super solid card, and it's one that in the future could like skyrocket to the moon. Look at Borsalino now, where like it's always been a decent black card, and now it's in the moon. So yeah, that's Utah. We can go ahead and close that off, and now we can start looking at some of these lists. We'll start looking at the most popular one first in the form of Gecko Moria, which is a black deck. Here we go. This one as well. So, that's Sakazuki. I don't know why that's a Gecko Moria, but here's a Gecko Moria list. So, the problem with Gecko Moria is that it's running a lot of black cards that have been utilized in Sakazuki in this format. So you're already kind of behind. You're already at like you've missed that train to pick these cards up on the cheap. So that's not how you spell Borsalino. Here we go, Borsalino. Oh my gosh, I'm terrified to see this. Japanese card, Japanese. Here we go. English 30 is the cheapest one on Card Market at the moment. And the unfortunate news is that if you want to play Gecko Moria or if you want to play Sakazuki next format, I do think that these are ones that you should be picking up now, honestly. I don't think there's a reprint of Borsalino coming. It will be fantastic if there is, but I just don't think there is. I haven't seen anything about it myself. If you have, leave a comment. Similar with the Kuzans. Sabo has gone up as well, I believe. This was like a £5 card, and now it's just a lot more than that. Yeah, there you go. English copies, lowest one is €10. And yeah, it just goes up from there. So these are still cards that I would advise to pick up now, honestly. Like, it's a lot, but like you can see that Gecko Moria is going to utilize it, and as we saw earlier, like the Sakazuki is still using it, and with Sakazuki having 62 top decks and this having 63 top decks on this website, and them both sharing cards, I can only see the prices going up for these. Like little things like the Toshigi from the starter deck, if you don't have those, this has just got more reprints again from the event packs and from the championship packs, so you might be able to get your hands on these more. The brand new. The Suru, I thought, is it OP07 where there's a Suru searcher? Maybe. This is a common, uncommon. So yeah, just pick them up again. It's used in Sakazuki as well. This list is running the Helmuppo from the starter deck. I don't know how common that is. I suppose it's on play, so if you're using the Akos Gecko Moria, you can grab this and minus something as well. The Rob Lucci's I'd definitely pick up now. I think they're still relatively cheap. Let's have a peek. I think these are like 4, even cheaper. Nice. There you go. You can pick them up for literally like €2. Buy those now. 100% buy those now. Great Eruption is unfortunately in the moon, and Ice Age is just an uncommon, so make sure you pick those up. The rest, I believe, is all OP06. Yeah, super cool deck that we're going to be looking at. Honestly, like this is one of the top decks to be playing. It's like this Sakazuki, Perona is probably going to be around a little bit as well, and then you're going to have again like old favorites such as the Katakuri. So yeah, that's Gecko Moria. It stinks that you have to buy these, but unfortunately that's where we're at right now. And then this is a Sakazuki list. Again, pretty bread and butter really. Still running the Hina. One thing that I would be careful of with the Sakazuki and as well with buying into the Gecko Moria is there's a lot of talk at the moment about a want for a ban list. that would hit something from the Sakazuki, so I would be a little bit nervous about purchasing these higher cost cards like the Borsalinos, like the Hinas being at like 10 each, I believe that Hina is, from the starter deck, like the Greater Eruption. I don't know how I feel about a ban list, to be honest. I think if anything is going to be hit, it will probably be the Hina. Borsalino, I wouldn't be shocked if it got limited to like one. So much value from it. Um, like, I don't think the Houndblaze needs to be hit in all honesty, especially because we're getting um, the other event cost here, the Amano Murakumo. There you go. One thing that is different about the list is that the Tashigi searcher comes in here, so the 3-cost Tashigi. Even though this list is running it, I think a lot of lists are rotating more towards other searches that you can grab from the Rebecca, because Tashigi can't search Tashigi. So yeah, keep that in mind. Probably still get them anyway especially if you're going to be running the Gecko Moria. But yeah, something to keep on your mind. Borsalino is rather cheap right now. Pick those up. So yeah, just get what you can while you can. Is honestly what I would say. The Virgo is kind of running quite a few things as well, so it's just an uncommon. Pick those up. Pretty cool. Yeah. Um, I'll send this back to the front. Next up, we'll take a look at the Katakuri. Um, I am interested to see. Where are we? Here we go. Let's take a look at the top 2 lists. Uh, no changes. Oh, Akiku comes out. I believe this is just a. I hate when it does that. A rare, so you'll be able to pick those up. Amaru, and then they get impact as well. But yeah, bread and butter really. I think like the Katakuri is one of those where like if you're gonna plan to play Katakuri in OP06, you probably already have the deck now. Um, and honestly, I don't see the like prices of anything going to the moon already in a house. Like from what I can see, like the Katakuri is just remaining to be a staple in the meta, like it is currently in OP05, and the prices haven't really skyrocketed on any of these. The one things that I would definitely make sure to pick up is these generic good yellow cards because of the Yamato that's come out as well. So yeah, if you don't have them, pick up like the Sanjis now. While you can, make sure you've got all of these rares before they go to like £2-3 each. Um, but honestly, like these are all dependent on, well, this one isn't, but this is dependent on you having a big Mon Pirate lead. So yeah, I honestly don't see anything like majorly going to the moon. If you're gonna play Katakuri, pick it up as soon as you can, so that you can avoid any potential like losses in the future if you don't pick it up. And then we did see some tops from Enel in the Japan as well, so let's take a look. Um, and again, honestly, it looks rather similar. Like, if you're going to play an L, I'd hope you already have an L now, because this Katakuri is so high in value. Um, yeah, and we see the 6-8 promo coming out in the future. I don't know if we're going to get that over here in the West. Um, I'll be interested to see that actually. But yeah, similar to Katakuri, if you don't already have this and you want to play it, buy it now so that if it does go up, then you're not going to get shocked really. Take a little look at the Yamato list. So this is another OP06 leader that we get. Charlotte Cracker has gone up in price. Let's have a little look. So this is one of those cards where like it's a very strong staple yellow card. It's not limited to anything that you have. These are all Japanese versions. And yeah, now it's 9. And last set it was 4. So this is consistently run in yellow decks in the future, like I would make sure like this one's running 4 of it. Like you have a double attack leader, why wouldn't you want to also have a double attack character as well? So yeah, pick those up as well as the Yamatos right now. These have probably gone up a little bit due to Enel. So yeah, make sure that you're picking these up now, especially because we're getting another yellow leader that's going to be powerful. And yeah, you can pick these up 7 to 8 from what I can see here. Pick them up now while it's an SR. And yeah, we get lots of other stuff like OP06 Onami coming in here. We see like the Zoro, but these are all OP06. This one's running the Momo, which is pretty nice actually. So yeah, just a rare. Pick it up. You can see the Amaru being run here and the Izo, all cards that I've said that you should make sure you're picking up while they're cheap. There is the Gadatsu here, which is still a rare from OP05. My mindset, honestly, with a lot of sets is I buy boxes so that I have play sets of these rares and commons, so that I don't have to go out my way to buy them for 2 to 3 each, which does start to stack up when you're building multiple decks. So buy these now if you don't already have copies of them, because, you know, worst case scenario, you just have a really strong rare that you spent like 50 pence on. Other than that, nothing major that I can see coming through it. Yellow does get its own final variant of the zero cost 3k counter that discards. So yeah, that's good. And then this Mihawk comes from SD12, so you'll be able to pick those up, which is yeah, super solid. Um, Not a lot to really prepare for this. The main ones being the Cracker and then your commons and rares. The Izo definitely, Momo, very nice. Yeah, I don't know if there are any other decks. Raiju, should we take a look at Raiju? What else? Yeah, let's take a look at Raiju. I didn't talk about Saka that heavily. I know I did mention it, but Saka's Raiju is purple. Yeah, purple and blue. There we go. Da, 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 da. So Raiju, what are you running? You're running a lot of new stuff, honestly. So yeah, not a lot to say about this, to be honest. Like double finger is uncommon, so you can pick those up. It's from OP05. This is from OP06, OP06, OP06. Like I believe like all of it's from OP06, right? It's a new archetype. The Kaya is a rare, and it has been run in the likes of Nami and a lot of blue decks. So hopefully you already have 4 of this, but if not, just buy 4 now. OP06 for the Charlotte Pudding. I'm really excited for this card. I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard. This list only has 2 in, but as a blue player, I'm super excited for this card. Like playing against any deck that just like has a massive hand, and you being able to drop this and just say, okay, well, we shuffle that and go down to 5, is super tasty, especially because of the likes of black and purple already having cards that allow you to discard cards from your opponent's hand. We see the Blast Breath here, which comes from STO4, which is the initial purple starter deck, which are a little bit hard to get to right now because of Ploofy. Gemma 66 is again from OP06, and so is the Gemma Kingdom. So honestly, this is going to be one of those decks where it's like the smallest amount of preparation will allow you to play it, and it's not the strongest meta deck, but it is one that's fun and can catch your opponents off guard. So yeah, if you want to play this, if you want to play a little bit of fun at something new, then yeah, I would look at picking up the double fingers again, the blast breaths. People probably have spares of these Dekayas, and the rest you should just be able to pick up relatively cheaply from the OP06 when it actually comes out. So there are a few like other here and there decks like Edward Newgate. We already know what we're talking about that. Oh, Perona. We haven't talked about Perona actually. Did we talk about Perona? I can't remember if we talked about Perona. Let's take a look. Let's see. I don't think I did actually. There is no Perona. Is Perona green? Why am I losing my marbles? What color is Perona? Ah, green and black, but it didn't show up in the green filter. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't think I talked about this. That's fine. There's nothing really new here that we haven't already talked about. Yeah, Bossolino costs an Omnilog here, so an Omnileg here, so yeah, there's that. Same with the Sabos, same with the Dofis, all these cards that you'll have copies of if you buy, like I said. X-Drake is one that's actually pretty really good going forward, so yeah, this is a rare. Make sure you get that. The zero cost 3k counter. I just honestly would have a playset of these for every color, just in case they ever become relevant. And then we see like all of these OP06 cards coming in here. Baby 5 is a rare from OP05, so get those now. Rosanante as well is from OP05. I don't. That's OP06. That's a pretty cool card. I've never seen that actually. But the rest of it is just black staples that are going to cost you so much money because of Sakazuki. Yeah, another fun deck really. Perona's one that I'm looking at the moment. Yeah, I believe that is us. Perona, Raiju, Yamato we looked at. Enel we looked at, Saka we looked at, Katakuri we looked at, and then Newgate's the next one. So yeah, that's the video. I hope it helped a little bit and helps with like your understanding of what to go for now rather than later, and save yourself a bit of money before the next set. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.